So, oh, sorry about that. What's up, boys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the second episode of Golad's Mindset Bootcamp, bro. And so today, as you can see on the title, it is called Be Angry. Now, why is it so important to be angry? Whenever you're being angry, you'll start to act differently. Well, I need to set the basis first. You need to be angry for the good things and not for the wrong things, right? Be angry at yourself, by example. Always. Because, just like in the other title of the video, it's always your fault. So, if by being angry against yourself, you will always try to get better. Because there is some people in today's world who are afraid of either confrontation or for them um, it's not really socially acceptable to be angry. But you are a grown ass man. It is perfectly fine for you to feel angry. But some people say it's not acceptable no more. Why is that? Because people don't want confrontation. But the thing is, you need to have confrontation for the good things as well. Just like in business. There's sometimes people in business who never actually make it because they are afraid of having a good conversation. Now, to have those good conversation, I'm not telling you to be angry at your employees and shit like that. No. But if you actually want to get better, you really have to be angry on something. Because there is a magical force about being angry that you will not get if you're being happy, right? Because whenever you're angry, it's something that you want to change, right? You're not gonna be if you're always happy, well, in effect you will be always satisfied, and so you will rarely be angry, or you will be angry for really fucking stupid shit, like things that don't even matter, right? Because you do not have any goals. So being angry is really important, whether you want it or not. If you feel angry, maybe it's something that you need to change about yourself, maybe your environment, maybe whatever you're doing at the moment, right? Because nothing will change if you are not, well, first of all, hungry enough, and by defect being angry. Now, there is a big issue with anger, because some people will not act in a good way around it. Now, like I said, I'm not saying to be angry and be fucking be be a be a guy who is not enjoyable for other person, because you really need to stay socially acceptable as well, because otherwise, like, how will you ever reach your goals, right? You can never do anything alone. You have to start alone, but at the end of the day, you do need to build a team, right? And we are humans as well. Humans, like, it's built in your DNA to have some social interactions. So do not be angry and be a fucking uh, be a guy that nobody wants to talk to. That is fucking stupid. Then you will lose. But you need to be angry at yourself. So then, whenever you have time to be able to change something, or something that you can actually control, then you then you will act on it. Because, like I said, there is a special force in the universe whenever you're angry, right? And whenever you're angry, it's mostly because there is something that does not sit right with you, right? Um, by example, me personally, I'm always angry at myself. I'm always angry at myself. Because even though I have a perfect fucking day, I still think that I could have done more. Okay? So I'm always trying to get better. But so I'm always mad as well. Because also with angriness, it's gonna make you realize more truthfully what your situation is. Why are you in that situation? what brought you to make those specific decisions. Now, it's not necessarily anger. Now, anger will make you do stupid decision for sure, but that's because you're not using it in a good way. Um, I don't think it's gonna be a long video, but I feel like angriness is really really important. Especially self anger. Like if you want to build a new character, if you want to build if you want to be somebody really special and really different from other people, you need to have those specific conversation with yourself. And these only happens when you are being angry. Now, some people are gonna act as victim, and then like they're gonna satisfy themselves by saying like, oh, it's not your fault. Um, I'm just born like this. I'm not lucky. Uh, I'm not that. I'm not pretty. I'm not socially good. Well, of course you're not, because if you think like that and you really victimize yourself, what you're building is a mental frame where you're saying it's okay to your brain to feel like you are feeling. It's okay for your brain. It's okay to be in the place that you are right now because you cannot change anything. And that is where you are really really fucking wrong. Because yeah, okay, you might not have the easiest situation right now. But if you're not being angry actually and you're only victimizing yourself, how good will it do you? I guarantee you it's not gonna do you anything, right? Like, I'm gonna tell you a story. At some point, I was living with my mother, and we had since COVID, we I had a really, really, really hard situation with my mother, and so one day I was playing video games. So that was like 4 years ago. 4 years ago. I was playing video games, and I was always blaming myself, but blaming myself like in a victimized way, right? And then I was just like sitting in my bed all day, going to work, waking up at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Really having just like a really shitty lifestyle. My room was really really messy. Everything was fucking dirty. And I was always victimizing myself, right? I had those conversations with myself, but to tell myself like, oh, I'm just not that guy, right? I'm just satisfied with the life that I have, right? Like I was convincing myself that I was satisfied, but actually I was really really fucking sad, right? And then that specific day, I heard my mother. We were really in debt, and we almost got evicted from the house, right? And then that specific day, I heard my mother fucking crashing the fuck out because she didn't have no money left and she still had to work from her home. She almost got a second job at the Dorama. I don't know if you guys know that place, but if you know, you know it's no good whenever you're 40 years old and you're working with there, you know. And I heard her fucking crying on the phone, talking to her clients, and then she blew like three clients because she couldn't handle the situation, and then she couldn't change nothing, and she was also victimizing herself. And like at the end of the day, every single day she was also drinking her emotions, right? Because she didn't want to change deeply, right? And that flipped a switch in my mind, saying like, I'm actually angry right now. I'm angry at myself, right? Because all I'm doing, I'm hearing my mother crying, losing some clients, losing some fucking money that we are depending on, because I couldn't buy shit, bro. I couldn't do shit. I was a fucking loser. And afterwards, I remember I'm just looking at my game, dropping my controller, and then I just got really fucking angry against myself, but in a good way though. But you have to be a little bit savage at some point because you really have to tell yourself the true fucking shit. I was saying to myself, you're a fucking loser. You got nothing going on for you. You have absolutely no money. You have poor lifestyle. You have poor habits. Just look at the situation that you are in right now. No shit, you're not going nowhere, bro. You are a fucking nobody. So then, after I had that hard conversation with myself, and then I felt really, really, really angry, then I started acting on it. At first, my brother did not understand nothing because the switch happened really fucking quickly. But at some point, you need to build speed. You really need to build speed. Speed, just like a plane, bro. Just like a plane. Plane builds speed. Now it's not gonna stop halfway, right? No, otherwise it's gonna crash. So as long as you're building speed and momentum, you're gonna go somewhere, right? That's why be angry, be angry, be angry, and then you always work. And so I started like doing shit because I was fucking mad, right? I started like fucking cleaning my room every single day because I was fucking pissed, right? I had enough. I had enough. And so that made me fucking pissed. I was always fucking pissed. I was pissed at myself. Okay, let's go hit the gym. Fuck that, bro. I'm pissed at being the skinny little white guy. Bet I'm gonna hit the gym. Now I had a full home gym in my in my house now, bro. Then afterwards, like starting like try to hustle a little more, try to understand because all of those money conversation that my friend had um, I just never wanted to be a part of it because I was always victimizing myself. I was like, oh, I'm just not like that. They're like this because you're just lucky. No, motherfucker, you're just unlucky because you're not trying, bro. You're not fucking trying. And so the moment that I really, really got fucking angry, that's the moment that my life changed. I was always angry, but like I said, the angry in the victimizing way. I was like angry at the world. Everything is against me. Na 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 na. Yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock. You're not going nowhere, bro. Because nobody's against me. The world is not against you. In the contrary, the world is actually really, really fucking giving at the moment that you're actually trying something. Because how can you get anything if you're never trying? You cannot. You cannot. You will look like a fool though. Whenever you're trying something new, you will look like a fool. Sure, but that is a good feeling as well. If you look like a fool, actually you're the smartest guy in the room because you're the guy who's actually saying the real shit and who is actually trying something new. Okay? Nobody already knew how to walk when they were a baby. Everybody had to learn, right? So you're just learning as well. And if somebody is making fun of you for learning for something, don't get angry at that guy. Do not get angry at that guy because he's a fucking nobody, right? Hating someone or getting angry at someone requires a lot of care, which you don't need. The only care you need to have is anger against yourself. That's all. Okay. So yeah, basically to get back at that story, um, once I decided to change, well, in effect, it changed as my mother as well because she could just not she could not see herself not doing shit while I was doing everything, right? I was cleaning the house, I was buying the groceries, I was cooking, I was fucking giving money for the rent. I was always cleaning my room. I was not dirty no more. I changed my habits. I changed the way I speak as well. And I remember like it doesn't really correlate with it, but me personally, the source of my problems was I did not have any fucking money, bro. I had poor habits, and money loves good habits. Money is attracted by people who try shit. Money is attracted. I don't know if you guys read the book. Uh, what is it? What is it called? I think I have it over here. Fuck. I'll try to find it. I'll try to find it for next video. But that book basically explains to you how money actually moves, not in a physical way, but more so in the magical way, if I can say. Because it's funny how the moment that you're really trying, and the moment that like you're actually changing, which you're changing because you're getting mad against yourself. Well, the world has a funny way to make shit working out for you, bro. Just like the moment that I started changing, and that I started like trying a bunch of stuff, hustling, learning about money, learning to do shit. Well, I, f- I, f- I am first of all, I encountered some people who really did change my life in a good way. I started to speak uh, with people who were more interested in me, and so I was more interested in them because I could learn something from them, right? Because I was angry against myself because I did not have that specific information that I needed to get, and so just like that, it just fell on me, right? And afterwards, I was building momentum, right? So then more knowledge, more better speaking, just being a more interesting guy overall. And so I had better jobs, better habits, better connections, which is really important. Connections is really important. Um, and yeah, all of that because I got angry against myself, which is one of the most important things, right? But you really need to get angry and do something about it, because if you're just being angry and not doing anything about it, well, you're you're just gonna get angry and just drying out your lifespan, right? Because if you're always angry and you're not if you're always angry, not for the good reason, like be angry in a positive way. That's what I'm trying to see. Being angry in a positive way. Because if you're being angry in a negative way, just like I was doing before, like the world's against me and stuff and shit like that, it's gonna dry out your lifespan, bro. Like it's not good for your brain. It's not good for your body. You're gonna get sick more often. You're gonna feel tired more often, and you're just gonna die sooner, bro. I'm not fucking with you. You are going to die sooner. Why? Because you just don't deserve your space, the space that you are right now. Just like I said, the moment you start to really work, it's pretty funny how you will pretty soon fucking win. But you have to do the work though. It's gonna take a while for sure. But believe me, pretty soon you will win. As long as you're trying, pretty fucking soon you'll win. And the moment you will win, then you'll get even more angry because you want more. Because why did I not start it sooner? That's how you always have to visualize. Why am I being angry? Against what should I be angry? Always against myself, but on what part should I really need to focus right now? And also, angriness will also help you like filter like the real important stuff, because it's gonna bring you the real conversation that you need to have with yourself. And so you will know exactly what you need to work on, because you will know exactly what is keeping you to reach the next level, right? Because I don't know about you, but if I'm level 10 and I'm not level 11 yet, I'm gonna get fucking pissed at myself, right? Like I need to get there. I need to fucking get there, right? So that was pretty much it for today. I hope that that might have helped you. Um, like I said, that's pretty much how I view the world. I'll make like a bunch of videos like this. I do like that format personally. But yeah, guys. So just to wrap it up, be angry against yourself, but angry in a positive way, and that will cause you, if you're doing it right, that will cause you to change. It will just make you change, bro. And no matter what other people will say, saying like, "Yeah, you changed," and well, yeah, of course, motherfucker. That's the whole point of life, was to fucking change, right? You're in a video game, bro. Just don't be an NPC and be the main character, bro. Be the MC for once, bro. Because nobody's gonna help you, bro. But yeah, that was Golad's Mindset Bootcamp, boys. Episode 2. On that note, have a W day, G's. And if that video help you, um, you can always put a like on it. I never ask for it, but if you want, that would be blessed. Other than that, stay true to yourself. Be angry for the good things, and just fucking hustle your way, bro. There is a version of you who is always better, who is always hustling, who is actually quite happier in the angerness that he builds against himself, right? And if you don't focus on how can I be happy, but how can I be better, you will be happier in the end, no matter no matter what you're doing. Um, and that's pretty good advice that I give myself, and that really worked for myself. So if it can help you, that's double. Otherwise, take care, G's.